And welcome in, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by once again, everyone. Hey, welcome in here. Hayden, Ryan, Lexi, and Vegas Vix. Hello, and welcome all stopping by once again. First game out of 2 here tonight. Big matchup as far as the bubble. I know Hayden put it in here. Who do I think's going to win? I do like Wisconsin at home in this one, so I'm going to go Wisconsin tonight. The Badgers coming into this game at home, 4-point favorites over Purdue. Purdue won the first game, though. That was back on January 24th. Purdue won 70-51 over Wisconsin, but these two teams straight up right now on the bubble, trying to look for a spot here in the NCAA tournament. Wisconsin, I believe, is seeded to be around an 8 or a 9 seed at the moment. Purdue is just like borderline fringe, either in or out, depending on the brackets right now. Hey, welcome in here. Vegas Vix, my man. Colin, thanks so much for stopping by. Bradley, what is good? Patrick, thank you guys so much here. Before I start, make sure hit the thumbs up. If anybody's new on the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'll be calling play-by-play some more college basketball. What is good, Lexi? Hey, welcome in, Midwest Sports, my man. Midwest Sports, a huge Wisconsin fan in this one. So, he can't wait for the Badgers to get started this game inside at Madison, Wisconsin at the Kohl Center. For these two teams, Wisconsin coming in 15-10 on the correct side of 500 in the Big Ten. They're 8-6 right now. 11-1 at home, winners of their last 2 straight. They crushed Nebraska on Saturday, 81-64. Brad Davison had 30 points. Purdue going in the opposite direction, slipping up. Losers of their last 2. They lost at Ohio State in Columbus, 68-52. Midwest Sports putting out here, Badgers going to win by 6 is prediction. Wisconsin going in the white uniforms for this game, red lettering. And Purdue will be out here in just a moment as we see Wisconsin and their team huddled together. And Purdue going in the black uniforms like they always do on the road with the gold lettering for this one. Vegas Vix likes Purdue to win this one. Pitt plays, Pitt against Florida State today. So I'll keep you guys updated throughout the scores throughout tonight as well. This game gets tipped off right now at center court. Quick tip-off, and Wisconsin gets the ball first. They go right to left in the court. Purdue going left to right. Wisconsin has it first, right wing perimeter. Swings it back out top of the key here. Into the hands of Davison, Brad Davison. Bounce pass over to left wing to Reavers. Nate Reavers with the basketball. Hands this one off to Aleem Ford. Ford now has it. Back over to the top. Wisconsin still dribbling with the ball now. They have it, makes their move. Dribble jive, left elbow. They're going to take a deep 2 over Bordeaux. No good. Rebound, Matt Harms for Purdue. This game just started out. Hey, welcome in. Chicago plays, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by, brother. I sent you over on a Twitter message, the scoreboard for Sparty Sports. Feel free to take a look at it whenever you have a chance. Hey, welcome in on Sportscaster, College Football Frenzy. Thanks so much, my man, for stopping by here. Ryan, my man, brother. I'm loving the new name too. Awesome name here. Purdue first possession with the basketball, and they go and they double dribble with it around the perimeter. So that's a turnover by Purdue. Rough start there by the Boilermakers. First minute of the game. Second game tonight, LSU against Kentucky. So I'll be back later after this one. Joined in progress most likely with that game. Kentucky traveling to Baton Rouge to take on LSU. Wisconsin, second possession. Nate Reavers back to the top here. Davison bounce pass over to the right elbow. Now they have it back. They take a 3, top of the key. It's up, no good. Rattles out. Rebounds by Purdue. Ball into the hands now of Jahad Proctor. Proctor past the half-court logo. Dribbles now at the free throw circle. Makes his move. Right baseline. Proctor looking to pass it someplace. And he still has the ball in his hands. Finally, passes back out to the top. Nogel Eastern swings it over to the left wing. Dribble jive, left baseline, puts up the shot out, and wide by Matt Harms, no good. Rebound, Wisconsin. Wisconsin with the basketball past half court. 18-15 left to go in the first half right now. Badgers, third possession of the game, still no buckets. Expect this one to be a tough defensive game here between these two teams tonight. They have it top of the key. Passing over to the left wing, and that's going to be a offensive foul by Wisconsin, so the ball goes back to Purdue. Oh, awesome. Chicago plays, man. He is streaming Penn State versus Illinois right now. Good luck, brother, with your stream as well. Yeah, Florida State against Pitt at 8 tonight. Maryland against Michigan State. Yeah. Let's see, man. I'm gonna take a look at the schedule for a second. Because they just played. I'll see in just a moment. The game I'm calling tonight is right after this one, LSU against Kentucky. I'll take a look, see that schedule. because I actually don't know when that is. Purdue with the ball. They have it top of the key, Eastern. He tried to go for the floater. Not even close right there. Hits the front rim, gets rebounded by Wisconsin. Kansas won by 20, so Kansas won 91-71 last night. I'll take a look and see when that Michigan State game against Maryland is for number 2. I know they're taking on each other. I can just go to Big Ten over here, and they can give me that, actually, because I brought up Big Ten. And we also got a foul on the court. Eric Hunter Jr. just committed his second foul. Quick foul number 2 of the game right now. So already substitutes into this one. So Kansas won yesterday. Wisconsin with the basketball. Still have yet to score. We're almost first 3 minutes through almost. They pass it over to the left wing. Reavers with the basketball. Has a left baseline working on Harms. Bounce pass. Over to the left wing. Once again, the Pritzl passes back outside. Over to the right wing of the perimeter. They take a 3. This one's up. This one is good. First crack at it. It is Demetric Trice knocking down the... they're going to say 2-point shot. His foot was on the line. So 2-point shot it is as we get through the first 3 minutes of this one. Oh, that's to be determined right now. Saturday, 2/29, to be determined. So I'd have to figure out when it is first if I'm around that day. But I'm probably going to be around on that Saturday, 29th. Because I know I'm doing the Celtics game that day against Houston. Purdue turned it over. Wisconsin with the basketball. They just took a 3. No good off the mark, though, by Davison. Rebound by Purdue. Purdue with the ball off the rebound. We get a foul here in the court. So, yeah, nothing yet. February 29th, Michigan State versus Maryland, and that one just says to be determined right now. So, once they post the schedule, I'll have more information. So, yeah, so I'll have more information if I do plan to do it or not. It all depends on the schedule. I know I'm doing Celtics Rockets on the 29th on Saturday night since that's on ABC. Yeah, big game for Dayton here against VCU. Huge matchup there. VCU right now just got put right outside the tournament line for bracketology. Now it's Richmond who has the chance. Richmond is over VCU right now since Richmond crushed them over the weekend. Purdue with the basketball puts up the floater. That one no good, but they get the offensive rebound and they put it back up and in as that shot goes down by Travion Williams. 2-2. Well, we're 4 minutes through the game. 2-2 is the score. Wisconsin bounce pass over to Reavers. Left baseline back in his way. Low post puts it up. Too high off the backboard. No good. And Williams grabs the rebound now for the Boilermakers. If anybody's new here to the channel, feel free. Hit the like, hit the sub as I call it play-by-play. A basketball, college basketball, March Madness tournament, NBA on the channel. Purdue has it. Bordeaux puts it now at the left wing perimeter. Eastern. With the basketball, bounce pass over to the left baseline. Purdue back in their way. Low post. Williams. Not even close there. Deflected by Wisconsin. The key, and Wisconsin gets the basketball right back. Badgers with numbers. Transition. Blows past the man and goes into lane. Lays it up and in right there for 2 by Brevin Pritzl. 14 out of the score. Badgers on top. Yeah, I think Dayton has a pretty good chance, Ryan, to win that. They're just so solid. This season for Dayton, but you honestly never know. VCU is a really tough environment. It's basically all about the matchups. I would have Dayton winning that game, but VCU now is basically in survival mode to get to the tournament. They're really desperate because they lost against Richmond over the weekend. 4-2 the score, 14:48 left to go. There's a foul on the court as well as Purdue was driving to the bucket. So this is the first break of the game right now. So first break of the game, we'll go to break, and then we'll get right back to action right after these messages. So let's see here. Yep, finally a Celtics game that's on ABC. Yeah, there's one. The Celtics-Lakers game is on ABC, I think, next. Yeah, it's next Sunday. I'm not going to be around next Sunday, though, because I have rehearsal every other Sunday for my barbershop group. So I'm not around on next Sunday because I have rehearsal usually 6 to 9 or so. Unfortunately, they put the games at like 3:30. It's more like a 4 start time and stuff like that. Let's see. Hey, welcome in, MTG, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by, brother. He likes Wisconsin in this one. Hey, welcome in Landon here. Yeah, I do plan on doing Kentucky after this one, so feel free to join me back after this game, Kentucky versus LSU, for tonight's doubleheader. Awesome, man. Chicago, please message me on Twitter. I'll take a look at that after all these games are wrapped up tonight. Yikes. Rough start by both of these teams from the floor here. 33% by Wisconsin, 14% by Purdue. A rough night so far for Purdue. 1 for 7 shooting from the floors. We're 5 minutes and 12 seconds through the game. 14:48 left remaining. I don't know anymore. Join the party. Thanks so much, brother, for stopping by once again. Have I done any other Wisconsin games this year? This is my first one, Midwest Sports. So this is my first stream of Wisconsin so far this season. Finally, we're able to get some Big Ten teams in there. They put this one over on ESPN. Hey, welcome in, Darnell. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yep, we rehearse every other Sunday. So this past Sunday we didn't rehearse because I was at John's waiting for the Daytona 500 to start. Unfortunately, it got postponed to yesterday, and just an unfortunate ending to that race. But I'm so glad about Ryan Newman that he is getting better now and was able to start speaking again today. And so it's great to see that because it looks just terrible yesterday. Maybe sometime, maybe sometime or so. I know Alex wants I know when Alex joins my channel, it's from the DMV Sports Night. He wants me to do a drum performance for him sometime. Yeah, I used to grow up playing the drums too when I was back in high school. So we're back to action here. Wisconsin at the free throw line. First shot's up. That one's good. So we have 14:48 left to go. Wisconsin is up 5-2 now. They hit their first at the line. Other games going on in college basketball tonight. Illinois leading Penn State 30-26, as that's about final 30 seconds before halftime. Oklahoma State, they're looking good. Oklahoma State, past couple of games, they're out leading number 17 West Virginia 10-8. I'll update everybody in the scores throughout tonight. Dayton, massive matchup on the road at VCU. Dayton 3-point favor. Marquette also taking on Creighton in a big game tonight as well for the Big East. So we're back to action. Second one, no good by Wisconsin. Purdue with the basketball. Purdue dribbles past half court, but they get a stolen away from behind. Wisconsin with a steal. They go and lead with a bucket inside, and that is Brevin Pritzel with a two-handed jam. 7-2 the score, 14.5 left to go in the first half. Purdue with the basketball. Right wing into the hands of Williams. Passes over to the right corner. Ball gets tipped out of bounds into the first row of the seats. And Purdue will get it back, though. Hey, thanks so much, MTG, my man. I appreciate it, bud. My thumbnail is so clean and simple and informing there. That's how I intend them to be, which is great. I'm glad that everybody enjoys my thumbnails. Low post, Purdue. Puts it up. Jumper, they get it. Up and in off the backboard. Counts for 2 there by Williams. 3-point game, Wisconsin basketball. Dribbles past the half-court logo. As this is Pritzel. Pritzel at the right wing. Passes back out on top now. Reavers with the basketball. Dribbles towards his left. Hands it off to Trice. Trice at the left wing. They take a 3. That's going to be Ford, actually, off the pass from Trice. It is Aleem Ford with a triple. He knocks it down for 3. 6-point game. Aleem Ford. 7 for 16. He has knocked down his 3-point shots. That's at 44% from behind the arc last 4 games. Purdue now with the ball, top of the key. They dribble out the free throw circle. They almost got it stolen, though. They pass it back on top, moving it around the perimeter. Shot fake here. Dribble drive inside. Stefanovic with a lot of contact. Loses control of it. Goes out of bounds. Out of bounds with 13.5 left to go. Wisconsin will get it right back. Oh, that's a great point right there. I don't know anymore. You should put the Ryan Newman shirt on for 6 days representing the number. That's a great point, bud. Really great point. But actually, we got the red Adidas shirt that I got wearing right now. But the other one, the Quicken Loans one that I wore, was in the red. 10-4 to score. Inbound, Wisconsin. They pass it over to the left wing. Reavers with the basketball back in his way. Low post, Nate Reavers puts it up on the jumper. No good. Hit the side of the rim. Rebounds by Purdue. Purdue now with the basketball. Hey, welcome in. All that deuce, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by here. You got a new phone. Awesome. Awesome. Brother with a new phone. Purdue has it. Free throw circle. Passes back outside to the left corner. Goes out of bounds. Tipped out of bounds by Wisconsin, though. Stops the clock with 12:52. Yeah, man. It's just so unfortunate how that happened. It's just a high-risk sport. You're going like 200 miles per hour on the super speedway. It's just, man, that'd be one of the worst crashes I've ever seen. It was Jeff Bodine. His crash in the truck race in 2000 at Daytona. I don't even know how he lived that one. That was bad. His whole truck just wasn't existing anymore. It was basically like the seat, the steering wheel, and the front portion of the truck with the cockpit, and that was it. 10-4 to score. We have a foul on the court with 12:43 left to go. It's a Wisconsin foul. Going up for the rebound was Matt Harms, and it's a foul underneath that as Harms went up for the rebounds. Hey, thank you so much, my man, Midwest Sports. No problem, brother. I appreciate it, brother, for stopping by here on the channel. 10-4 to score. Purdue just turned it over to inbound Wisconsin with the basketball. They take the jumper, no good, but they move it around the perimeter once again. Offensive rebound, Wisconsin. Passes back outside into the hands of Pritzel. Pritzel now passes off to the free throw circle. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. Last tip by Stefanovic out of bounds for Purdue. So Wisconsin will get it back. 12:20 on the clock. Yep, Big Ten fans coming in here, which is great. It's great to do all different types of audiences here on the channel, which is awesome. That's a three. Top of the key, knocks it down by Wisconsin. They're up by 9. Aleem Ford, second three-point shot of the game. He's got 6. Purdue now with the ball. Dribbles past the half-court logo. If anybody is new to the channel, feel free. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the sub, as I call play-by-play of basketball on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. That's a 3. Purdue hits it from downtown right there. That is Nogel Eastern. 13-7 as we're under 12 minutes left to go in the first half. Wisconsin basketball. Dribbles past the half-court logo. They have it now top of the key. Moves over to the left wing to Davison. Davison dropping down 30 against Nebraska on Saturday. Davison with the ball. Bounce pass over to Reavers. Reavers deep 2. This is up. No good. Hits the back iron. Ball tipped around. Offensive rebound Wisconsin. Underneath the basket. They swing it back outside. Catch and shoot. A 3. Left wing. No good off the mark. Hit the front rim. And it goes out of bounds. Brevin Pritzel missed it. Wisconsin tried to go for the rebounds, but they couldn't get it as it went out of bounds. Timeout on the court. 6-point game here. Badgers lead it at home at Madison. 13-7 right now. As we got 11:25 left to go in the first half. We'll be back right after this break. So yeah, this is what I expected from this game so far. Cold shooting-wise from the floor. This is basically what I expected. Both of these teams rank, I believe, top 30 in college basketball in defense per game. But the two offenses for these two teams just struggling throughout the season at the bottom pack of college basketball. Hey, welcome in Thunderbolt. Thanks so much, my man, for stopping by again. Purdue just not able to hit their shots so far. 21% from the floor. They're 3 for 14, whereas Wisconsin has able to hit the 3 ball, even though Wisconsin hasn't had the brightest shooting performance so far. They're about 39% from the floor, but they've knocked down 3 3-point shots to start out here. Leading scorers of this game at the moment is Aleem Ford has got himself 2 3-point shots. Demetric Trice, he's also got a 3-pointer as well. Scoreboard update. Let's see what's going on in college basketball at the moment tonight. Illinois leading Penn State at halftime, 30-26 the score. And Oklahoma State leading number 17 ranked West Virginia 10-8. Oof, that's not good there. Landon's putting out. West Virginia 3 for 13, 23% from the floor. They're a team that I think they're going to get out first round in the tournament. I can see a team like Vermont being matched up with West Virginia. The Catamounts versus the Mountaineers. Mountain-type matchup between Vermont and West Virginia. And I can see Vermont upsetting West Virginia. I really don't like West Virginia lately to go into the round of 32. I think they'll be out in the first round. Same as Butler. I'm not too big on Butler either. They went from being like number 5 now to being in the back of the top 25. Awesome, man. Sports and News Alert putting out here a pretty good game he has. Calling on Sportscaster so far. 5-6, Florida leads, and the crowd really loud. That's a huge game. Florida taking on Arkansas as far as the bubble tonight. That game's in the SEC. Pittsburgh taking on Florida State, ranked number 8 in the nation. That game tips off in about 40 minutes. Dayton VCU tips off in about an hour and 10 from now, as Dayton's at number 5, VCU trying to stay alive. Right now they're on the bubble. They got knocked out, and they're in that grouping of the first 4 or next 4 out grouping, whereas Richmond is right ahead of them in the first 4 out, since Richmond was able to bounce them from being a part of the play-in game last week as far as the bracketology goes. Massive matchup. Number 1 Baylor on the road taking on Oklahoma. Baylor barely survived at home against Oklahoma. Oklahoma on the bubble, projected to be either an 8 or 9 seed. Massive matchup between those two teams. And number 15 Creighton taking on Marquette as well. That should be a good matchup. I'll be calling number 10 Kentucky on the road against LSU right after this one. 13-7 the score. 11:25 left to go in the first half. And Wisconsin will get the basketball. They have it at the right wing perimeter. Yeah, I definitely agree there. Same boat with you, Vegas Vix. I'm not too high on West Virginia. Wisconsin with the basketball. 6 on the shot clock. Back in their way. Low post. Wisconsin passes out. It gets stolen away right there by Eastern of Purdue. Purdue now with the basketball past half court. Eric Hunter has it at the left wing perimeter. Passes over to Harms. Harms back in his way on Davison. Moves it over now to Stefanovic. Stefanovic, free throw circle. Back out to Hunter. Hunter with the basketball. Gets stolen right back here by Wisconsin. Davison passes over. Left corner. They take a 3. Trice. No good. Hits the front rim. Rebound Purdue. Purdue with the basketball. We're already like halfway through. Almost this first half. 10:35 left to go. And it's only 13-7. Stefanovic passes over to Eastern. Eastern jumper. This one is up. No good. Hits the back iron. Ball tipped around. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Boilermakers. So Wisconsin will get it right back. 10.5 left remaining. In a very low-scoring game here. Both of these teams, it could be like a 50-40 something type score after this one's over. Kentucky is a number 5 seed. Landon's putting out here. And they're number 10 in the nation. Like that. Oh, man, that's such a low seed if you're number 10 in the nation. I know that loss to Evansville just stings it, but they should be either a 4 or 3 right now, in my opinion. Not a 5. They had put them as a 5 when they saw it last week. 13-7 now. Wisconsin with the basketball, dribbling in the key. They pass it back out. Right baseline dribble. Swings it over. The ball gets tipped out of bounds. Touch the baseline. It touched the baseline. It was out of bounds by Purdue. So, touched out of bounds by Purdue, so Wisconsin will get it right back. Wisconsin inbounds in their front court. Over into the hands of Trice. Trice passes over to the left corner here to Pritzel. Pritzel with the basketball moves it over to the top of the key once again. Reavers has the basketball over to Davison. Davison now, top of the key. Dribbles towards the left. Deep 3 from the parking lot. Davison, no good. Hits the front rim. Rebound by Purdue. Purdue basketball, if you guys are new, feel free. Hit the like, hit the sub as I call play-by-play. Boilermakers, inside, they put it up. And it goes through for 2 as that was No-Gel Eastern who hits the shot. He gets fouled as well with a contact, and he will go to the free throw line and shoot the and one. Yeah, Eastern just dribble drive right there. He was able to get past. It was number 5, Tyler Wall, who was into the game, the freshman from Lakeville, Minnesota. So here's the and one coming up at the line by Eastern. The shot's up, and this one is good. 13-10 now the score. Do I think Dayton will go far? I say yes. I really think Dayton will go really, really far. I don't know anymore. If they keep on playing like they are, I have them winning the national title. In my opinion, they're a Final Four team. Them and Seton Hall, I really like to still be part of the Final Four. I know Seton Hall lost to Providence over the weekend, but there's no team that's more desperate right now in college basketball than Providence. Right wing 3, Wisconsin, no good off the mark. They miss it. Rebound Purdue. 9-10 left to go before halftime. Purdue with the basketball, spin move into the key. Eastern puts it up, no good, back iron, a little bit of help right there. Tip in, goes up and in off the backboard, and that's 2 more by the Boilermakers. 1 point game. As we're under 9 minutes left to go before halftime. 8-zip run now by Purdue. Wisconsin with the basketball. It passes out to the top of the key here to Ford. Ford back outside to Pritzl. Pritzl clears some space, takes a 3, and there's a foul before the shot. Foul before the shot, number 6 picked up by Jihad Proctor. Do I think Louisville's going to go far? I'll probably say around like Sweet 16 for Louisville. So I'm going to go Sweet 16. I don't think that they're a national champion, though, in my opinion, especially after last week. Like, oof. Losing on the road at Georgia Tech and Clemson. They got a lot of work to do. The main thing that Louisville just really needs to get is the bench scoring. That's the thing there. David Johnson was able to produce off the bench in the win against Duke. They just need a lot more consistency there, because when Jordan Nwora has an off night, things can just get really hectic there, and it's going to be tough for Louisville to have a good game and get victories, just like they struggled against Clemson and Georgia Tech, because Jordan Nwora hit, like, I think barely any shots from the floor. I think one of those games he was like 1 for 8 or something. Hook shot on the key, no good. Wisconsin has yet to score a bucket the last 4 minutes, 15 seconds. 8 minutes left to go before halftime. This game flying right by right now. Wisconsin takes a 3. It is up, no good, off the mark by Davison. Rebound Purdue. Battle of attrition right now. Defense, defense, defense. Constant bricks in this game. 7:40 left to go. If you guys are new, feel free to hit the like, hit the sub. Let me know down in the chat below who you're rooting for in this game. If you're a Wisconsin or Purdue fan, feel free to let me know down in the chat below. Purdue passes out. They take a 3. Right corner, no good. Seems like the hoop is just allergic tonight to these shots. That ball just rattled right out. Wisconsin got the rebound. Takes it past half court. Into the hands of Trice. Trice with the basketball. Passes out to the right wing perimeter. Ford. Back outside here. They have it at the free throw circle. Back out to Davison. Davison, another 3. Launches. Got it. Finally, somebody hits it. 16-12. Wisconsin had a 5-minute streak of not scoring a bucket. They finally just did there with Brad Davison. He had a career-high 30 points against Nebraska on Saturday. Purdue with the ball, top of the key. Bounce pass over into the hands of Bordeaux. Bordeaux. Guarded at the top of the free throw circle. Swings it back out to Hunter. Hunter. Bounce pass. Low post here to Eastern. Eastern inside, and we got a whistle. Whistle foul. Reavers picks up the reach and stops the clock with 6:49 left to go before half. Yeah, that makes more sense there, Landon. So Kentucky is 4 seed, but still, I think if they moved up to number 10, they should be a 3. They should be at least a 3 if they moved up to either a 3, at least a 4. But yeah, they should be more of a 3 in my opinion. That loss to Evansville is a killer though. People gotta realize that loss happened before their head coach was fired. And also the game against Utah too. That game against Utah was a neutral court game at Las Vegas. And the game tipped off at 11 o'clock. So, I mean, Utah plays Mountain Time. And they just travel short distance from Utah to Nevada. But Kentucky's Eastern Time. And had to go out to T-Mobile to take on Utah. Yeah, man, that would be incredible for sure. I don't know anymore. That would be incredible if Dayton's able to win it. And for sure, this would be the season. Because these mid-major programs, they usually don't recruit the talents that these big-time schools have. But this season's just been an odd year. That Obi Toppin has just taken the league by storm. A bunch of D1 Power Conference teams just passed up on Obi Toppin. And Dayton took him on, and he could very well be a top 5 NBA draft pick if he keeps on performing like highlight reel windmill dunks. Just constantly just tearing it up. He did the windmill dunk, by the way, last Tuesday. That windmill dunk by Obi Toppin, he was fouled by his younger brother, Jacob Toppin, and he did that windmill dunk. Jacob was the one, his brother from behind, who committed the foul. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Vegas Vix. Louisville cannot rely on Jordan Nwora if they want to make it far into the tournament. They need, like, bench production needs to be there. Samuel Williamson, Ryan McMahon, David Johnson had a huge game against Duke, but yet it was basically when they do rely on Jordan Nwora, nobody else is able to step up. Sutton or Knock or the rest of the team. Kimball, it's just a struggle from the floor, and that's the last 2 games there for Louisville. It's been a huge struggle. Do I like Chris Mack or Rick Pitino? Hayden putting out likes Rick Pitino because he won a national championship 2013, but he got it taken away because he did that dumb stuff there. I really do like where Chris Mack is going with this program. So I'm gonna put Chris Mack there. Like, what an incredible rebuild he did from last season. It was basically like massive rebuild he had going on in Louisville. He's done a terrific job this season doing that. 16-12, we get back to action. 6:49 left to go. Purdue will inbound it. Proctor in the front court will be the inbound passer. Passes it back out to the top here to Bordeaux. Bounce pass, low post, back in their way. Inside, Williams puts up the jumper. It's good for 2 by Purdue. 2-point game somehow. This has been a gritty, defensively matchup type of game so far. 16-14 as we got 6:30 left to go before halftime. Wisconsin with the basketball at the right wing perimeter. They pass it back out on the top now into the hands of Ford. We got a foul. It's going to be offensive by Wisconsin, so turnover by the Badgers, and the ball goes back to Purdue. Florida or Kentucky? I will go Kentucky there, Brayton. Florida has just been... I cannot get a read into Florida. Them and Purdue are like the 2 toughest teams to get a read into this season. And also, I can put up Providence there as well. Providence has just been just a complete seesaw as well so far this season. I just can't get a read into Florida. Like, one game they do good, they crush Auburn. The next game, they have a bad loss. It's just they're so inconsistent. Whereas Kentucky, they're only inconsistent during like the first half. That is it, and then they're able to come back and get the win. So I do like Kentucky to beat Florida on Saturday. Travion Williams was just fouled. It'll go to the free throw line for Purdue. Shoot 2, first one, no good. Hit the front rim off the mark. We got 6:14 left to go. Yeah, this crazy season. Penn State losing to Illinois, by the way. That game is at halftime. Penn State trailing by 4, 30-26. Oklahoma State leading West Virginia. This Oklahoma State team probably will not make the tournament this year, but watch out for this team for next season. They got like a top 3 recruit. I believe his name is Cade Cunningham. He is going to be a top 3 recruit for the freshman class of, the senior class of 2020 for high school, but incoming freshman for next season. Purdue hits their second shot down at the free throw line. It's a 1-point game. 16-15. Wisconsin bounce pass inside, and backdoor cut goes right there. Lean forward, jams it home for 2. 3-point game. If anybody's new here, feel free. Hit the like, hit the sub as I call play-by-play basketball on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Purdue dribbles to the right wing into the hands of number 11, Isaiah Thompson. Thompson passes low post to Bordeaux. Bordeaux misses the jumper off the mark. Rebounds by Wisconsin. Wisconsin with the basketball. Right wing perimeter. Passes back on top now. They move it over into the hands of Pritzel. Pritzel swings it low post. Inside back over to Pritzel. Pritzel passes back out. Top of the key. With the ball is Davison. Davison dribble drive. Looking to pass it. Swings it out to the right wing perimeter. Wisconsin stole the ball. Pritzel. Pritzel makes his move. Inside the key. Hooks it up and the ball gets blocked. But that will be a blocking foul by Matt Harms. And Wisconsin will go to the line, shoot 2. Yep, not shocking losses at this point for Sherland, and this season's just gone completely just off the change this season with everything that's going on as far as this year for college basketball. This tournament, I bet you, is going to be like probably the most just random tournament ever, with like these teams just coming through left and right. First shot good at the free throw line by Wisconsin. 19-15 to score. Matt Harms picked the foul. He's on the bench. Shot number 2 coming up at the free throw line in just a moment for the Badgers by Brevin Pritzel. Shot number 2 by Pritzel. Coming up, 5:12 left to go before half. That shot is good. 5-point lead by the Badgers, 20-15. Hayden pointing out this girl had a Gianna Bryant shirt at school today, but it was a jersey and it was dope. Just loves it when people show respect to Gianna, Kobe, and rip the legends never die. For sure, man. That's awesome that he was able to get a hold on that with the Mamba Academy shirt. Wow, it's incredible there. Great respect by that classmate of yours out in school. Purdue just missed a shot. Wisconsin tried to shoot a three. It's off the mark. No good. Rebound Purdue. Purdue with the basketball. 4.5 left to go. Yeah, for sure, man. Chicago plays. I'll take a look at your scoreboard that you got on the channel when we go to stoppage in time, which we do right now. Purdue had the ball, dribble drive by Trevon Williams as Stefanovic passed it into the key to Williams, and that was bump right there. Davison took the charge for Wisconsin, so the ball goes back to Wisconsin now as they're up by 5 with 4:36 left to go before half. Let's see, I'll take a look at that right now for you, bud. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Awesome, man. So we're back to action. 20-15 to score. 4:15 left to go. A dribble drive inside the key. A lot of contacts. Ooh, and there's a Wisconsin player down. Stefanovic picks up the reach in, though, with 4:16 left to go before half. It was number 12 for Wisconsin, who was the one that got fouled. That was Trevor Anderson, the junior. Anderson will go to the line. Yeah, I hear you, bud, Brayton. I hear you, man. I thought that Florida would be like a top 10 team throughout the season. Like, they were looking so good. They got, in the offseason, they got the best transfer in the market from Virginia Tech, Kerry Blackshear. And I'm just shocked that it all turned out to be like it has been so far this season. Just so inconsistent. Both of the shots good at the free throw line by the Badgers. 22-15 to score. Purdue has the basketball in the final 4 minutes left to go before half. They lob it over to the left wing. Eastern with the basketball. Hands this one off as they dribble around the perimeter. Hunter has it. Passes this one inside. That's a jumper. Taken. That one's up and good on a little floater for 2. 22-17. It's been a good one so far. Nogel Eastern with 7 points for the Boilermakers. Wisconsin with the basketball. Bounce pass to the right wing perimeter. Davison has it right now. And he passed the ball, tipped up in the air, stolen away by Purdue. Purdue with the ball past the half-court logo. 3.5 left to go in the first half. Eastern swings it back out to the left wing. Handoff Williams. Passes over to the right wing here to Wheeler. Aaron Wheeler with the basketball. Passes over. Right baseline. Eastern takes the jumper off the side of the rim. No good. They get the offensive rebound now. Purdue with the ball. Swings it back over. Takes the three. That one's up. That one's good. Purdue hits down the triple. It's a 2-point game here. 22-20. I cannot show the game here. It will result in a copyright strike on YouTube. It says on the top, no game will be shown, play-by-play only. I call play-by-play the games. Wisconsin with the basketball. Top of the key, moves it over to the right corner perimeter to the hands of Pritzel. Pritzel passes over. Jumper right there. It's off the mark, no good by Reavers. Tipped around, rebound by Purdue. Boilermakers down by 2. Final 3 minutes left to go before halftime. They dribble past the half-court logo with Hunter. Hunter with the basketball, top of the key. 20 on the shot clock. Passes over to the right wing to Wheeler. Wheeler now back over to Hunter. Hunter pass inside. Gets the backdoor cut, and they jam it down for 2 by Williams. Tie game here, folks. 22-22 right now. Hey, thanks so much for the follow, bud, Midwest Sports. I appreciate it. Miami Canes calling one on the sportscaster. Wow, Florida just crushing Arkansas right now. Thanks so much for the update, man. 32-11 is the score. This game just got tied. Trevon Williams, backdoor cut to the hoop, throws it down, and it is a tie game here in Madison at 22 apiece on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Hey, welcome in. Colts Law, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by and Sportscaster. We have 2:38 left to go before half. Leading scores tonight here so far. 8 points leading the way is Aleem Ford for Wisconsin, alongside 4 rebounds as well. He's knocked down 2 3-point shots in today's game by Aleem Ford. Brevin Pritzel off the bench, 4 points for the Badgers, 3 by Demetric Trison, 3 by Brad Davison, as he dropped down a career-high 30 points over the weekend on Saturday against Nebraska. As far as Purdue, leading scores tonight, Nogel Eastern, 7 points. He is number 2 in the scoring. Actually, off the bench is Trevon Williams, who is leading the way with 9.7 rebounds right now for the big fella in this one. So right now we're just on break. We'll get right back to action here in just a moment. Yeah, that was close. Kerry Blackshear was, he had a college visit to go to Kentucky, but he decided to go to Florida. They have all the pieces there. They just haven't been able to put them together so far this season. It looked like at times Florida was able to get there. They had a big win against Auburn. I honestly thought they were able to turn the corner. I honestly thought they'd be able to beat Baylor the following week after they had beat Auburn, who was, I think, ranked inside the top 10 during that time when they crushed Auburn. But just know they haven't been able to put the pieces together. Scoreboard update, Illinois leading Penn State 36-31. Illinois holding on to about a number 7 or 8 seed at the moment right now in the latest bracketology. How about this? Oklahoma State leading number 17 West Virginia 28-20 is the score. Cameron McGriff with 13 for Oklahoma State. So they're probably not going to make the tournament. They're 3 for 9 in the conference. They started out 0-7 in conference play though, but they've won the last 3 of 4, beating TCU, winning against Kansas State, and then a huge win against Texas Tech over on Saturday, 73-70, as they were able to hold on in that game against Texas Tech. So Oklahoma State getting much improved throughout the course of this year. And next season, I would say watch out for Oklahoma State. Watch out for Oklahoma State, not this year. This year they're not going to make the tournament unless they win the Big 12, which there's no way they'll be able to get past Baylor and Kansas to win the Big 12 title game. But Oklahoma State next season, they get like a top 5 recruit in Cade Cunningham. I think most of the team comes back there. If they don't go any place in the offseason to transfer, Oklahoma State could be a dangerous team next season. Yeah, definitely, Patrick. This game has flown straight by so fast. Yep, so that's going to be a huge matchup. LSU against Kentucky. So looking forward to that one. But this game is actually helping out because it's flying right by. The only thing that will stop is if this one goes into overtime. We're back to action. 7-zip run now by Purdue. Wisconsin with the basketball. 2:25 left to go before half. Wisconsin has it at the left corner perimeter into the hands of Trice. Trice dribbles out towards the top. Trice to the left wing. Passes over to the right now to Davison. Davison with the basketball. Brad Davison looking inside. Passes over to the left corner instead of Trice. Trice, 1 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. No good off the mark. Tipped up in the air. Davison tried to go after it, but the ball taken away by Stefanovic. And it goes out of bounds. With about 2:04 left to go on the clock. Touched out of bounds, the refs will say, as it was Brad Davison the one going after it. So Purdue will get the basketball. Purdue in the inbound. Passing half court. Handoff now into the hands of Proctor. Proctor passes over Stefanovic, back over to the top of the key into the hands of Williams. Williams having himself quite a game. Bounce pass over to the right baseline. Passes back outside now. Stefanovic with the ball, and we get a foul on the court. Foul committed by Wisconsin as it stops the clock with 1:48 left to go before half, and that will be foul number 7 of the game here by Wisconsin in the half, picked up by Brad Davison. So 1-1 bonus coming up from the free throw line by Purdue. Aaron Wheeler shooting in the 1-1. 1:48 left to go before half. Wheeler, first shot good. Purdue takes the lead. Indeed. Oklahoma State's going to be a fire next season, I bet you, Vegas Fix. It's those type of teams that have like a great ending to the season. They might have not start out the season good, but they end the season like on a really great note. Those are the teams to watch out for like every single year. Ooh, Wisconsin almost got that ball taken away off the inbound. Purdue hit the free throw before that. Wisconsin has it past half court. Top of the key to Reavers. Reavers with the basketball with 1:35 left to go. Passes over to the left wing. That's a 3. Taken up in the air. Ford hits it. Big 3-point shot, and they are leading this game once again. Wisconsin up by 1. Aleem Ford's knocked down 3 3-pointers. Purdue passes half court. 1:20 left to go before half. Boilermakers have it. Right wing perimeter. Into the hands of Eastern. Eastern swings it back out on top now. Purdue with the basketball with 1:10 left to go before halftime. Passes over to the left wing. Wheeler Back over. Stefanovic passes. Backdoor cut. Oh, what a block by Reavers, though. Denying right there Thompson on the layup. Wisconsin with the ball off the Reavers block. They take a three. It's up. It is good money. They hit it down from behind the arc of the Badgers. Keep on expanding the lead right now. Time on the court right now by Matt Painter. 28-24, 57 seconds left to go. As there's that fire emoji being held in the crowd at Wisconsin. The same one that we got in the last message of the chat right now. So right now we're just on break, everybody. If anybody's new here to the channel, feel free. Hit the like, hit the sub, as I call play-by-play basketball on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I call play-by-play for college basketball, the March Madness tournament, the NBA as well on the channel. So right now we're just on break. Travion Williams still leading the way and scoring 9 points for Purdue. Aleem Ford having himself a big game here. 4 for 5 from downtown, 5 for 7 shooting from the floor. 14 points by Aleem Ford of Wisconsin, the junior from Lawrenceville, Georgia. And he is basically almost double his season average of about 8 points per game this season, as he has already got 14. Alright, we're back to action. Final 42 seconds left to go of the first half. Purdue on the inbound. They take a three. Right corner, no good. Offensive rebound, though. They put it back into the hands to a cutting Wheeler, who jams it down for a two-handed jam. But before that, we have a foul. So they'll count it. They'll count the bucket, actually. So Brad Davison committed the foul, and Aaron Wheeler off the offensive rebound, cutting to the basket, put it into his hands, who jammed it down for two. So they count the slam by Wheeler. Davison committed the foul. And Wheeler will shoot the and one at the line. 34 seconds left to go. The shot, ooh, and it goes barely in. Stopped at the front rim. Went to the front, to the back rim, back to the front. Stopped still at the front rim and rolled right in to the net for the free throw. It's a 1-point game, Wisconsin basketball. Final 25 seconds. 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Wisconsin has it. Top of the key, into the hands of Trice. Trice dribbling the basketball, dribbles back out to the edge of the Wisconsin logo in the front court. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Trice dribbles towards his right. At the right wing now, makes his move inside. Trice floats it up, and that one banks it up and in off the backboard for two by Demetric Trice. 5 seconds left to go. Purdue with the ball, takes the three, left wing. It is up, no good. They try to go for the tip in, but Williams can't get it to fall, and that is halftime. 30-27 at the half. The scoring picked up a little bit here in the second portion of the first half, as we will get to halftime here on the channel. Update you guys with the scores of what's going on throughout college basketball, as well as this one so far. Before I do so, if anybody's new here out on the channel, feel free to make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like if you haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe button, as well as I call play-by-play of college basketball, NBA, the March Madness tournament on the channel and Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So this game is just flown by here. We're about 10 minutes away to the top of the hour, and this first half just really just flew right by. Hey, no problem, Landon. He'll be back in a little bit. Gonna take a shower, no problem. But this channel is up for whenever you guys feel like it to stop on by. Feel free to stop on by here. So right now we're at halftime. So same thing. Williams leading the scoring for Purdue. 9 points so far by Travion Williams. Aleem Ford with 14 at the half by the Badgers. Wisconsin here with Demetric Trice, number 2 scorer at halftime. 5 points by Trice, and then 4 points off the bench by Brevin Pritzel. Brad Davison with 3 in the first half, but he's 1 for 4 from the floor. Other scores: Nate Reavers has just got totally shut down in the matchup with Williams tonight in this game. Him and Harms have been back and forth, but Harms picked up 2 quick fouls, so Harms hasn't received that many minutes tonight. Matt Harms has yet to score. The starting lineup, just big oof for Purdue here in their starting 5. They only have 7 points inside their starting 5 players right now in this game. Nogel Eastern responsible for all 7. Evan Bordeaux, no points. Matt Harms, no points. Gerard Proctor, 0 points. Eric Hunter Jr., no points as well. As 4 players scoreless in the starting 5 for Purdue as we reach halftime. Shooting percentages from the floor was been tough tonight here, especially early on in that first half. The scoring picked up in the second portion, though, of this first half. But Purdue, they shot the ball like early on, like 11%, 16% from the floor, just throughout like the first like 5 to like 8 minutes in this game. Like the shots were tough to come by. I think they started out like 1 for 7 or so shooting the ball from the court to start out this game. Big yikes there for Purdue. They're 2 for 7 right now from behind the arc. Wisconsin's knocked down 6 3-pointers. Wisconsin shooting the ball at 39% at halftime. Purdue at 31%. Other stuff going on. Purdue able to remain in this game because of the free throws. Purdue out-rebounding Wisconsin, +8 on the boards. That was the problem for Wisconsin. Was the last game. Wisconsin was a -26 on the rebounds in the loss against Purdue back on January 24th. Purdue won that game in the first meeting this year, 70-51 at Mackey Arena. And Purdue out-rebounded Wisconsin by a whopping total here, 42 rebounds to 16 by Wisconsin. And Wisconsin, once again, getting out-rebounded from the very start of this one. Offensive rebounds, second chance points it leads to, and Purdue is leading that way as well, 9-3. So right now we're on break. We'll update you guys college basketball scores from tonight. Illinois in a tight one against number 9 Penn State on the road in State College. Illinois is leading the game, though, 40-37 against Penn State. Other games going on tonight for college basketball. Oklahoma State leading number 17 West Virginia. 4 seconds left to go before the half. Oklahoma State leading 32-25. Yes, indeed, Jack here, my man. Very low score, but close game it is. The shot's just not falling down from the court, but it's been a defensive type game here. These two teams, I think, are like top 30 in college basketball defensively so far this season, but it's just a struggle scoring for these two teams this year here. Let's see what we got. So Wisconsin this season, struggling scoring. They're tied for 304th in college basketball in points scored per game. They average about 66 points scored per game, but Wisconsin's in the top 20 in points allowed. They only allow about 62 points to their opponents on average this season. As far as Purdue, they're kind of in that category as well. Purdue, top 25 in points allowed, or just over 62 points allowed by Purdue this season. And scoring as well has been a struggle for the Boilermakers also. So game as far as the battle for the bubble, massive, massive game between these two teams. If Purdue does win this game, this would go a long way. If you're Purdue, I think in order to make the tournament, if you're Purdue, you have to settle on a 500 record in the conference if you're Purdue. Purdue would have to go 10-10 in the Big Ten. Right now they're 7-8. So they would have to win the last 3 out of 5 to get there. So they would need to go 3-2 down the stretch to get there. And one of those wins would have to be the road game at Iowa. That is the game that they would have to win if Purdue wants to make it into the tournament. That is their toughest opponent yet to go. These are the last 4 games. On Saturday against Michigan. Michigan is 500 in the conference as well, 7-7. Thursday against Indiana. That's the game you can't lose because Indiana is 6-8. They're a game below you in the conference. Tuesday, March 3rd at Iowa. The game at Iowa. Iowa's ranked in the top 25, 9-6 in conference play, 18-8 overall. And it's on the road at Iowa. And then to close it out, season finale, to close it out, March 7th, as that game is home at Mackey Arena there for Purdue, hosting Rutgers, who has yet to win any games on the road this season for Rutgers. They just can't win any key games on the road, and that is the problem. You got to win games on the road and close out if you're Rutgers. And Rutgers is still definitely in tournament contention because they have a record of 17-0 at home. Rutgers is 17-0 at home, yet they have an 18-8 record overall. That's because they're 1-6 on the road this season. I'm just going to bring up Rutgers in their schedule and see who they lost in their away games, because they really need to win those games on the road. They lost at Pittsburgh on the road by 11. So they lost at Pittsburgh, lost at Michigan State. They won against Nebraska, so that's their only road win, is against Nebraska on the road, 79-62. That is it. All the other games in the road they lost. Lost against Illinois in the road, lost against Iowa, lost the road game against Maryland, 56-51. Lost by 6 against Ohio State. And, man, yikes here. Rutgers, they got 5 games remaining. Rutgers has 3 of those remaining 5 on the road at Wisconsin, at number 9 Penn State, and at Purdue, with a very tough arena there in West Lafayette, Indiana, to take on Purdue. And Purdue has been stellar at home this season. Just on the road, Purdue has struggled, but Purdue crushing Sparty by 29 back in January at home, and then destroying Iowa as well. Like, what was that? 104 to 68, beating them by 36 points. I mean, it's just an interesting season for sure this year. But let's see, Purdue at home. Purdue's got a home record of 10-3. So right now we're just on break. We'll get right back to action in probably about 7 or 8 minutes or so. So we're on break here. I'll see what's going on. Division I college basketball update with the scores. Vanderbilt taking on Tennessee. Battle of Tennessee with these two teams taking it, going down at Knoxville tonight. Vandy has a 3-point lead on the road at the Vols Arena. 40-37 is the score. Jordan Bowden with 12 points for the Vols, and Jordan Wright with 18 points right now for Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt 1-11 in the SEC. That's a shocker that they're leading right now by 1 against Tennessee. That game with about 10 minutes remaining left to go. Davidson has been on fire. They take on Rhode Island next after they take on St. Joseph's tonight, but Davison leading St. Joe's right now, 53-43 the score. Final 11 minutes left to go in that game. Oklahoma State leading at halftime against West Virginia, 33-28. St. Louis on the road. There is still a chance that St. Louis can make it in at an at-large bid to be in the tournament. They're on the road at UMass tonight, leading UMass 35-28. It's a long shot, but that A-10 really competitive there. St. Louis, if they're able to like win out the remainder of their schedule, they can possibly make it in to the March Madness tournament. Then they would have to beat Dayton though, get past them in the A-10 tournament. But they got a game. They got a game against Rhode Island on the road at the Ryan Center, March 1st to start out the month of March. That game is going to go a long way there. St. Louis against URI should be a good matchup. But St. Louis up by 7 against UMass. And by the way, I'll be at that game. I got tickets to that game, Vegas Vix. URI hosting St. Louis. The final home game of the season to close it out for the Rhody Rams. Florida leading Arkansas at halftime, 33-26 the score. USC Colorado on Thursday. Yeah, that's going to be a good game. USC Colorado, I think Oregon plays on Thursday. Let's see what we got. I do plan to do 2 games on Thursday also. Let's see what we got. I think it's going to be the 2 ESPN ones. Ohio State, Iowa. So that's the first one, Ohio State, Iowa on Thursday. And then Oregon against Arizona State. I'm going to do Oregon against Arizona State just because I feel like we have a lot more Oregon fans on the channel than USC. When I streamed USC, we barely had anybody. But USC right now is predicted to be in the play-in game. They are predicted to be in the play-in game. I bet you, Vegas Vix, in the play-in game could possibly be USC against Providence. On the Tuesday night play-in game, the first 4 before the actual March Madness tournament starts, that would be just quite the game there. USC against PC in the first 4 matchup. But yeah, USC Colorado, ESPN2 over on Thursday. I do plan to cover, though, Oregon against Arizona State, since I've yet to call Arizona State this season. And the Sun Devils are on the bubble right now. So all 3 of those teams, USC, Arizona State, and Stanford, those 3 teams are right now on the bubble for the NCAA tournament. So currently we're just on break. We'll get back to action in a couple moments. Feel free to join me back after this one. We'll have a doubleheader going on, still going on after this one. We will have Kentucky, number 10 in the nation, on the road at LSU. Should be a great matchup, as I'll be calling play-by-play after this one is finished. That would be a great matchup indeed, though. If it was USC against Providence, that would be fantastic. Yeah, man, that would be awesome if you're able to go to a URI game someday. That would be great, but yeah, I got my tickets a couple of days ago, because I was supposed to go to the St. Joseph's game, and then I called like 2 hours before the game, and they told me they sold out on tickets. I'm like, How in the world you sell on tickets? You're playing against the worst team who is winless in the A10, and they sell on tickets that fast. Like, the Ryan Center, I mean, it's not like a massive arena. It's got like 7,000 seats around like that capacity, but still, like that's crazy that they're able to sell out for a game against a team who has 0 wins in the conference. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That should be a good game against St. Louis. Let's see what else is going on. College basketball tonight. So I switched it over to D1 and back over to top 25 for a second. Okay, here we have it. Let's see what else we got. Top 25 tonight. Bryant taking on Merrimack for some NEC play. Merrimack, by the way, the number 1 team in the NEC with a 12-2 record. 18-9 first season in D1 for Merrimack College from Andover, Massachusetts. But they can't compete in the NCAA tournament this year, though, because they're doing a 4-year transition period from D2 to D1, so they won't be eligible, unfortunately, until 2024, but that would be something special if I was to call like a Merrimack game someday, but I'll have to wait, unfortunately, until 2024. Central Connecticut's beating Fairleigh Dickinson, though. Wow. Central Connecticut's like dead last in the NEC. They're leading by 13 against Fairleigh Dickinson. That's a shock. Tennessee just took the lead against Vanderbilt. Tennessee leading 47-45 against Vandy. 7:45 left to go. Illinois expanding that lead right now against Penn State, 50-43. Still at halftime. We'll get back for the second half in a couple moments from here. So right now we're just on break. We'll be back in just a second here, everybody. Let's see what we got. Tennessee. Tennessee's record 14-11, 6-6 in the SEC. So they're 14-11 right now. Looks like Tennessee's probably gonna miss the tournament for this season. They lost a lot in the off season though. Admiral Schofield, Grant Williams went to the Celtics. Jordan Bone. It's more of a rebuilding season this year to Tennessee since they were like a top 10 team throughout like the course of last season for most of it for Tennessee. But right now they're 14-11 and 500-6-6 in the conference. They were ranked in the top 25 for a little bit. I think like early November. I think until Cincinnati got the win over them. All right, so 30-27. We're going to get back here for the second half in just a moment. Oh, wow, you got school tomorrow, Vegas Vix. I know in my area, my mom and my sister's off for this week because they work as school teachers in the school district, so they're off this week because it's February vacation. Wow, you got school tomorrow, so you guys don't have February vacation. Hey, welcome in my man Alex from the DMV Sportsnet. Thanks so much, bud, for stopping by. So we'll get ready for half number 2 just in the moment from now. Drew Brees will be returning to the Saints, by the way, for the 2020 season. And Greg Olsen in the news today, signing with the Seahawks. Get ready for the second half just a moment. If anybody's new here to the channel, feel free. Hit the like, hit the sub as I call play-by-play basketball. Yeah, I heard you guys got like a lot of snow like today, Ryan. Like up north, like New Hampshire, Maine, they got like a bunch of snow. But that's great, man, that you're off this week. So here we have it. Second half going to start right now. And I'll be back after this game. LSU taking on Kentucky for massive matchup. Purdue will get the basketball. They go right to left in the court. Wisconsin will go left to right. Purdue gets the ball first. They have it at the left wing perimeter. Into the hands of Eastern. Eastern, dribble jive to the hole right here. Puts it up. Hits the front rim. No good. Rebounds by Kentucky by Aleem Ford. Ford having a massive game so far. 14 points in the first half. They have it at the top of the key. Wisconsin moves over to the right wing. Into the hands of Potter. Micah Potter moves it back to the left wing now. Wisconsin with the basketball. Backhand on top to Davison. Okay, so not too much snow. It must be like where, it must be more like localized or so. Because I saw like a lot of dark blues on the map when I was looking at it. And I know the Lakes region always gets like pounded or so. Because anything that goes like right over Lake Winnipesaukee just pounds like anything towards like the eastern part of New Hampshire. As that jumper no good by Wisconsin gets a rebound by Purdue. Purdue, second possession here of the second half. Purdue has it top of the key into the hands of Bordeaux. He's got 0 points at halftime. 4 players of the starting 5 with 0 points as we go into the second half. The only one to score so far for Purdue inside the starting lineup is Nogel Eastern. Got 7 points. Travion Williams got 9 off the bench. They have it at the left wing. Hunter takes a 3 off the mark. No good. Ball tipped around. The rebound by Wisconsin. First minute through the game, both of these teams still cold from the floor. Badgers basketball. They have it at the left wing, dribbling towards the top now. Swings it back out to the left. Here to Davison, and that'll be a foul by Purdue. Reach in by Matt Harms. He picks up foul number 3 in this game right now for Matt Harms of the Boilermakers. Oh, awesome. Alex is going to New Jersey on Saturday. Best of luck to you, man, with your trip over to New Jersey on Saturday. Wisconsin lob over the top. Ball goes out of bounds on the pass right there into the entry pass into the lane. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Badgers. And it's a turnover. Purdue gets the basketball. Next stream for Alex. Capitals versus Canadians. Alex Ovechkin stuck with 698 goals now. He hasn't scored in 5 games, looking for 699, and there's going to be a lot of Capitals fans for sure, man. That should be a good game for you, brother. Hopefully he's able to hit 700 soon. I know they were looking for that over on NBCSN. They had put the game on last week to see if he was able to hit 700 at night. Low post Purdue on the dribble drive into the lane, misses a shot and got a lot of contact in the foul underneath the hoop with 18-17 left to go. Hey, welcome back here, Landon again. He is all ready for the Kentucky game in less than an hour from now. He's got all his Kentucky stuff on, decked out for the game. Awesome, man. Inbound coming up now. Purdue with the basketball, passing over left corner, Eastern. Eastern now working on number 1 for Wisconsin, Brevin Pritzel. Eastern has the ball poked away. Harms tried to get in around the corner perimeter, dives out, touching the basketball, and it's out of bounds by Matt Harms. So Wisconsin will get it back. Rough start by both of these teams as we started out the first half of this game with basically frozen at 0 throughout like the first 3.5 minutes. We have started out the first 2 with no points in the second half. 30-27, Wisconsin with the basketball. Top of the key to Davison. Dribbles towards his left right now as the ball goes to the left corner. Dribbles to the free throw circle. Shot fake. Puts up the jumper. And there'll be a foul reaching by Hunter as a foul stops the clock. Purdue right now is a +9 on the boards. So you got 17:52 left to go. Hunter commits his third. Wisconsin will inbound. Badgers to pass it. They do. Passing it over to the left wing. They take a 3. It is up. It is good. Finally. Somebody scores, and that shot goes down right there by Nate Reavers. Purdue with the basketball trailing by 6. Man, that was insane, Alex. Prayers out there to Ryan Newman and his family, the Roush Racing team, his daughters. Just horrific crash. One of the worst crashes I've ever seen before in the history of NASCAR. I've only seen one crash, in my opinion, worse than that, and that'd be the Jeff Bodine one back in 2000s, and that was at Daytona when his truck went into the catch fences. That backdoor cut, that one goes down, up and in for 2 off the backboard by Purdue, but the truck went off the catch fence in the 2000 Daytona race for the truck series. and then it got hit by like multiple trucks there on the track. It was terrible, and the whole truck just disintegrated. It like all that was left was basically the cockpit, the front seat, and the steering wheel, and I cannot believe he survived from it. Wisconsin just took a 3. They drained it down right there. Top of the key by Brad Davison. He's got 6. 36-29 to score. Purdue with the basketball. They have a left wing. Bordeaux passes back on top now into the hands of Hunter. Hunter moves over to the right wing. Ball stolen away by Wisconsin. Wisconsin with the basketball will set it up now. They have it into the hands of Davison. Davison at the right wing, working on Hunter. Hands it off now to a lean Ford. Ford moves it over to the left wing. They take a 3. It is up. No good off the back iron. Battle for the rebound. Wisconsin has one. Swings it back out to Davison. Davison with the basketball moves it back on top. Wisconsin back over to Brad Davison. Right wing here with 13 minutes left to go. Davison with the basketball. Davison with it. We got a foul. Foul by Purdue on the reach-in. Is that Matt Harms again? Yeah, he picks up. Yeah, Matt Harms with 3 fouls. He checks out of the game as it looks like coming in for him, Travion Williams, number 50 for Purdue. 36-29 to score, 16-12 left to go. If you guys are new, feel free to hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play. And the stream's on Thursday at the Rock Prudential Center there. So awesome, man. If I have a chance, I'll see if I can check you in there. 36-29, 16 minutes left to go. Jumper going down for 2. It falls down by Nate Reavers. He had 0 at halftime. Now he's got 5. So Reavers hits the shot. Purdue with the ball, top of the key. Boilermakers move it to the right wing of the perimeter. They swing it back out to the left here to Hunter. Hunter lobs it over low post to Williams. Back in his way, and now will be a foul. Offensive foul by Travion Williams. As Nate Reavers, working on him in the low post, takes the charge, and the ball goes back to the Badgers with 15:48 on the clock. Alright, so it looks like we'll go right now on break here in this game, and we'll get right back in a matter of moments. As we're on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube tonight. So Wisconsin up 38-29 is the score with 15:48 left to go. Hey, welcome in, my man. Boulder Vaughn, thanks so much, bud, for stopping by in the channel. West Virginia takes the lead. Thanks so much for the update there, Landon. So West Virginia was cold in the first half shooting, but bouncing back, leading at the moment in their game against Oklahoma State. Feel free, join me back after this one. I'll be calling Kentucky on the road versus LSU for the next game of the doubleheader right after this one. Boulder Vaughn putting out here, ever since he went to the Final Four, lost for Kentucky to Wisconsin and Indianapolis. He cannot watch another Wisconsin game here. Man, I was shocked that Wisconsin went all the way to the national title that year. I think that was 2016. But that's awesome, man. That's awesome that you're able to go to the a game for the Final Four. That's incredible that you had the opportunity to do that. So right now we're on break. Scoreboard update: West Virginia leading Oklahoma State 34-33. Maryland leading Northwestern 13-6. Other games going on tonight: Pittsburgh leading right now. Number 8 Florida State 10-5 early on in the first 5 minutes. And yeah, Penn State in trouble. Penn State did cut the deficit to 4, though. 4:15 left to go. And Illinois leading 56-52 against Penn State. So that's what's going on tonight. A lot of good college basketball games. Dayton taking on VCU in a couple minutes from now. Indeed, Vegas Fix. March is just approaching so fast. It's going to fly right by. I'm going to have a special guest with me, my man John from Off the Wall Hockey, to cover some games, do some joint streams with me throughout the tournament. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time for our channels to grow throughout the tournament here. It'll be great. Oh, okay, so yeah, 2015 it was. What was it? Yeah, Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma went in 2016. So that was the one, the Final Four with Oklahoma. And of course, Midwest Sports is a Wisconsin fan, so he was loving that one. I know, like, one of the first college basketball games I did this season, I remember Midwest Sports, my man Chris from Midwest Sports joined the chat. He was saying that it doesn't look good for Wisconsin this year. They have completely turned it around big time. They started out 4-4. They had a loss against New Mexico, and they're looking good right now to make the tournament. If the season actually ended today for college basketball, Wisconsin would be taking out Rhode Island right now in the first round. That's how they have it. So that would be quite the sight to see here. My team going up against my man Midwest Sports' team from Wisconsin there. If that matchup ever happens, URI against Wisconsin, I would not want that matchup, though, as Wisconsin gets the basketball, backdoor cut, they slam it down for two as we're back to break by Aleem Ford right there, as this is the largest lead of the night by the Badgers, 40-29. Aleem Ford ties a career-high 16 right now for the Badgers. Hey, welcome in, Swarm. Thanks so much for stopping by here. Yeah, Penn State is getting closer and closer in that game against Illinois right now. Thanks so much, man, for dropping by. 56-52, 3:40 left to go. Over on Fox Sports 1 that game is, so I'll keep you guys updated with that score. 40-29 to score. Purdue with the basketball, left wing perimeter. I'm a fan of the Rhode Island Rams since I'm from Massachusetts. If I had to pick the best matchup for Rhode Island to have, looks like they'll probably be a 10 seed in the tournament or a 9. I really want them to take on Houston. I don't like the matchup of Ohio State. That's a nightmare. Wisconsin, it's a little bit friendlier in my opinion, but still that could give them trouble. I do like the matchup with Rutgers, though. I do like that matchup. That jumper, no good by Purdue. Rebound by Wisconsin. 15 minutes left to go. They have it at the right wing with Pritzel. Pritzel, bounce pass. Low post. Left baseline back in their way. Turnaround jumper. This one's up. No good. Too strong off the backboard, but a foul committed by Purdue stops the clock with 14:53. Hey, thank you so much for the like, Swarm. I appreciate it, bud. Welcome to the channel here. I call play-by-play of college basketball, the March Madness tournament, the NBA. So thank you all so much for being a part here on the channel. If anybody's new on the channel, feel free to hit the like, hit the sub, and let me know down in the chat below who you're rooting for in this game. If you're a Wisconsin or a Purdue fan, if you're new, feel free to let me know. Let's see here. Midwest Sports putting out, really hates using online scoreboards. How could he make the score? I'll hit you up, brother, on that. You got my Twitter now over on the Sports Dish on Twitter. I'll hit you up with a message when I do have a chance, because I just sent over Sparty Sports a scoreboard. I sent over Little Man Knows Sports a scoreboard a couple weeks ago, which his channel exploded now because he uses my scoreboard. So I'll definitely hit you up on one of those. 42-29 to score. But yeah, I do everything manual. It works so much better because if you're actually watching the game, the scoreboard, that it might not update if you're watching the game to what the online thing is. Like, online updates it like randomly at different times, so the score might be different than what you're saying or so. Purdue inside the key puts up the jumper. That one's up. That one's through for 2. Hey, welcome in, Gaze. Thanks so much for stopping by once again. Wisconsin with the basketball, top of the key. 11-point lead, largest lead tonight by the Badgers. They have it at the top of the key here, dribbling around as Davison takes the jumper and a foul in the reach, and before that shot, committed by Hunter, the Boilermakers. Yeah, Greg Olson today signing with the Seahawks. So no longer a Carolina Panther, he signs with Seattle today, which is interesting because Pete Carroll's had some pretty good success lately with tight ends, basically. Like, tight ends who either seem like they're washed up from the game, or tight ends who's barely, like, done anything with other NFL teams, like, Jacob Hollister, who barely did anything with the Patriots, he was able to get out of last season. And also Will Dissly before that, like a year ago. Purdue with the ball, and they dribble inside, and the shot clock expires. That's a shot clock violation by Purdue, and Wisconsin will get it back with 13:50 left to go. Sure, man. I'll type in my Twitter here into the chat for you. It's at the Sports Dish 14. That's where I do most of my sports content over there for basketball and football videos as well, and the sportscaster stuff. As this is basically my single YouTube channel that I do. Purdue takes the jumper. That one is up. That one's through. Purdue hits it for the 3 ball at the left wing perimeter. 8-point game. Wisconsin has it, top of the key. Moving towards the right now. Into the hands of Reavers. Reavers back in his way. Low post. Working on Williams. Swings it back out to the top. Davison with the basketball in his hands, top of the key. If you guys are new, feel free. Hit the like, hit the sub as I call play-by-play basketball. Passing over to the right wing. Back to Davison once again. Takes a three. It is up. It is good. Money on the three ball by Brad Davison from behind the arc. Back to 11. Wisconsin lead. 13 minutes remaining here. Wisconsin 3 for 4 in the second half right now from the three ball. Purdue has the basketball top of the key with Eastern. Eastern moves it around to the left wing. Into the hands of Stefanovic, into lane, puts up the floater. He gets fouled with a bunch of contact from behind. And now go to 2 free throws here at the free throw line by Sasha Stefanovic of Purdue as we are about 12 minutes left to go. So after this game, feel free to join me back for the next one in the doubleheader tonight. Number 10, Kentucky taking on LSU for the next game. First shot, Stefanovic hits it at the free throw line for Purdue. 45-35 to score. Checking out of the game for Wisconsin will be number 35, Nate Reavers. Coming into the game, Demetric Trice once again. So second shot coming up by Purdue at the free throw line. This shot is up. This shot is good. Puts it back to a single-digit lead. 45-36. Yep, Midwest Sports is a Cardinals fan. Not too mad, though, about Craig Olson switching teams. Yeah, because he's basically injury-prone. He's been injury-prone for, like, quite the past couple of years or so. I'm shocked that he hasn't called it quits yet. Like, I thought that he would retire and then he got hired by Fox Sports to be a color commentator for some of the games. Because he's up there. I think he's like 34 years old. He's up there in age. That was a shot block right from behind. As it went out of bounds. Purdue with a block by number 1, Aaron Wheeler. Wisconsin will get the basketball back. They pass it over. Takes a three. Right corner. It's good. Brevin Pritzel hits the three-point shot from behind the arc. 48-36 to score. 12:15 left to go. Purdue with the basketball. They have it top of the key. Hand off to Stefanovic. Stefanovic dribbles towards the right wing perimeter. They hand it off to Wheeler. Wheeler passes over to the right wing here. Purdue with the basketball. 12-point game as we approach the 12-minute mark left to go. They move it inside the low post. Bounce pass over to the left elbow. Passing it back out to the right corner. Open three. They take it. Wheeler. It's up. No good. Hits the front rim. Rebound by the Badgers. Wisconsin basketball. Wisconsin dribbles past the half-court logo. 11:50 left to go. They move it over to the left wing perimeter. Into the hands of Trice. Trice with the basketball for Wisconsin. 11:40 remaining around the perimeter. Bounce pass into the hands of Potter. Potter moving towards his right. Hands it off to Anderson. Anderson now. Passes back out. That's a deep three. Wisconsin, though, off the mark. No good. Rebound by Wheeler of Purdue. Purdue now with the basketball. 11.5 left to go. Joel's past the half-court logo. Purdue, right baseline, puts up the jumper, and that's going to be a foul. Foul on the court. Stops the clock. 11:27 left to go as we go on the TV timeout right now. With a good one so far, but Wisconsin able to hit some big-time three-point shots a couple moments ago. And they're expanding that lead. They're up by 12 here, 48-36. So it looks like we'll go on a commercial break in just a moment. I'll take a look at the tweet after the game, Gaze. Thank you so much for the tweet, my man. Hey, oh my gosh, man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it for the tip here. Awesome dono on the channel. Thank you so much, Gaze. I appreciate it, brother. So right now, we are on break as we have a dono here on the channel, which is awesome, man. You are the MVP, my man, Gaze. So yeah, on Midwest Sports, I'll hit you up over on the message when I do have a chance to make a scoreboard for you. So right now we're just on break. Okay, so cool. I just hit it, got it right now. So IGO Freaky is him. Cool, man. I just got it. Yeah, no problem, Midwest Sports. Kind of, no problem there. It kind of realizes it. Thanks so much for the other tip. You're the man. I appreciate it, brother. Gazed is the man here with the donos. Classic donos here on the channel. Right now we're on break. If you guys are new, feel free. Hit the like, hit the sub as we got some donos tonight. Right after this one, we'll be calling Kentucky versus LSU. I appreciate it, brother. You are awesome here. You guys are awesome on the channel. Man, the donos were flying in my John stream from Off the Wall Hockey the other night. That was crazy. People were dropping crazy in that channel here. I was watching his stream on Saturday night. It was insane. So right now we're on break. I've yet to check the scoreboard. What's going on in college basketball? A couple minutes ago, Illinois leading Penn State. Close game. 30 seconds left to go. I'll keep you guys updated with that one. Illinois leading by 2, 58-56 the score. Number 17 West Virginia now in the lead against Oklahoma State, 39-35. Number 7 Maryland leads Northwestern. The score 22-13. Florida State trailing Pittsburgh 15-13, and VCU against Dayton. That game will tip off in a few minutes. Dono hype for sure. Hey, welcome in here, Weston Bolin and Alexander the Great. Thanks so much for stopping by. The two of you on the channel. I love it when new people here join me on the channel. Let's see. Who do I think's going to win the LSU game? I'm going to go Kentucky tonight in that one. LSU has kind of been playing flat past couple weeks. They lost by 9 against Vanderbilt. They lost their last game as well. So I do like Kentucky in that game. I wouldn't be surprised if Kentucky is down throughout like most of that first half by like 10, 12 points and then comes back and wins it. Yeah, if you guys are new, feel free. Smash the like, smash the thumbs up, hit the sub as I call play-by-play. My man Gazed here on the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it for the donos here, brother. You guys are awesome on the channel. Let's see. Alex the Great putting out, haven't seen much of the game up to this point. Do you think Purdue has it in them for a comeback? I will say probably not. They've been shooting cold from the floor. Wisconsin's been able to hit the 3 balls in this one. Both of these teams just shooting a lot of bricks from the floor, I think. Let's take a look at the shooting percentages because Purdue, it was just ugly in this game. Purdue started out 1 for 7, shooting the ball at a very low, like 12, 17% early on throughout the first like 7, 8 minutes. They put that number to about 31% before halftime. Right now it's at 33%. And Wisconsin taking off right now with the shots. They're shooting at 44%. Purdue just missed the shot, so rebound by Wisconsin. The only thing that Purdue is able to do is out-rebound Wisconsin. But as far as out-shooting them at this point, it's going to be tough. Wisconsin lobs, it gets stolen away, though. Stefanovic with a steal past half court. 10:45 left to go. 12-point game. Purdue puts up the jumper. It is up, and it's good. Off the backboard, it counts for 2 right there, as that one is good. Oh, we got a dono in the chat. My man Gaze once again, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, dude. You are the man, brother. Thank you so much. No problem. This channel's up here. Feel free to stop on by whenever you guys are. You guys are awesome here on the channel. That's a 3-ball taken. Purdue playing defense as Wisconsin knocks down another one from the left wing. It's 51-38. A lean forward gets a career high off the 3-ball. 19 points by him tonight at home. Purdue with the basketball, right wing Perone, bounce pass, over to the right elbow, back of their way. Low post inside, and they put it up. That's going to be a blocking foul, or no? Nope, it got tipped out of bounds. Tipped out of bounds with 9:57 left to go. So Boulder Vaughn liking Big Blue to win tonight against LSU. Hopefully that's going to be a huge game. Weston here putting out, can I make you a scoreboard? If you do play-by-play streams, man, feel free to follow me on Twitter, Weston, if you do have it. I'll put it in here again, my Twitter page, if you want to follow me over on Twitter. (51-38). The ball got tipped out of bounds, and it was out of bounds by Purdue, so Wisconsin gets the basketball back. But yeah, Weston, feel free to follow me over on Twitter if you have one. If you do like a play-by-play channel, let me know what the channel is. If it's a channel brand, I'll take a look at it sometime, and I can create like a custom scoreboard if you really do want one. Purdue with the basketball off the rebounds. They have it at the right wing, lobs it over. Back in their way is Williams into the low post, working on Reavers. Williams takes the right baseline jumper. That one's good for 2. It's an 11-point game right now. 51-40, 9:10 left to go. 65-61, Tennessee over Vandy. Thank you so much for the update, Jack. I appreciate it, my man. So yeah, Jack is a big Tennessee fan here. I've yet to do Tennessee this season. Yeah, coming in clutch here in the stream, my man Gaze. That's a three-point shot, no good off the mark by Wisconsin. Rebound by Purdue, 11-point game. Purdue can cut it to single digits just a moment. Moving to the right wing, Eastern with the basketball. Bounce pass into the key, got tipped back over to Williams, but Stefanovic has it now. Right baseline dribble, circles around the bucket, passes back outside, left corner three. Oh, it's good, knocks it down. From behind the arc, number 11, Isaiah Thompson drains down the three-point shot. This is a different type of game. 51-43, 8:25 left to go. Alex the Great here. Thank you so much, Alex the Great, for stopping by and being a part of the channel tonight. Everybody's found my channel. You guys are awesome. Being a part here. Feel free, if anybody's new, hit the like, hit the sub, as I call play-by-play. For college basketball, NBA, the March Madness tournament. But, yeah, I feel you, Alex. This is a huge game for Purdue. And there's still time. They're down by 8 right now, but there's still time in this game for Purdue. This one is huge, but basically every single game here is massive for Purdue. Wisconsin looks like they'll be in the tournament unless they drop their last couple of games. But Wisconsin, after like a rough 4-4 start to the season, they've much improved. Purdue takes the shot, and we get a foul on the low post. Stops the clock with 8 minutes left to go. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be offensive. So it's an offensive rebounding foul by Purdue. Ball goes back to Wisconsin. Gaze punting here. Do I want him to give me $4 more? Well, I never beg for money. I appreciate the generosity here, my man. The single most thing that you guys could do is be subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell and give this the thumbs up. That all costs for free here on the channel. The super chat we got with 1K is out there for whoever feels like they're generous and would like to dono here in the channel. I appreciate you guys, though. Everybody for being a part of the channel. Big dono for sure, Brayton. Coming in, my man here, Gaze, coming in clutch with a dono. 51 to, gonna update the score. 45 is Purdue just scored in the low post. It's a 6-point game with a timeout on the court taken by Wisconsin. So Gaze is generous today. He is feeling like in the giving spirit today, even though it's not the holidays. Right now we're on break. 7:32 left to go in the second half. Right after this one, we will be back. We got a new game after this one. Kentucky versus LSU. Down goes Penn State. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we got a dono here once again. My man Gage just comes in clutch here with these donos. That's a $5 one, brother. I appreciate it, brother. Oh my gosh, you are the man. You are the man, Gazed. So right now we're on break. We're going to update you guys with scoreboard updates here. So Penn State just went down. Number 9, they were in full control of the top 10, and they just lost to Illinois. 62-56, the final. Other games going on tonight. Number 8, Florida State in the lead right now. They were down early against Pittsburgh. They took the lead, though, 21-17. Number 7, Maryland, taking on Northwestern. Maryland leads 25-20. Number 17, West Virginia, leading Oklahoma State. West Virginia was trailing at halftime, but 12 minutes left to go. They lead 42-35. If anybody's new, feel free, hit the like, hit the sub, as I call play-by-play. Definitely helps out this channel as far as getting it risen up into the algorithm as far as being found on YouTube. And my man Gaze, I appreciate it for the donos on the channel. You are awesome, brother. Thank you so much for finding my channel. It was a week ago that he found my channel and stopping by here, and I appreciate it. Missouri against Mississippi at 8:30. Weston is putting in here. So yeah, there's massive games going on today as far as basketball. But yeah, Ole Miss taking on Missouri for the SEC. Tons of games going out there. Florida, Arkansas. Thanks so much for the update, Brayton. 52-46. Florida up by 6 now as Florida is on the bubble, looking more like they'll be into the tournament. They've been a seesaw basically this season. But Arkansas, not looking like they'll be into the tournament most likely. They keep on dropping after a 12-1 start. Yep, I remember that, Midwest Sports. That was like the second or third week of the season. You came into one of my streams, and you told me. I was saying that a couple, about like 10 or 15 minutes ago. I remember when you joined me on one of my streams, and you were like, yeah, not liking this Wisconsin team, not looking forward to this at all. this season, because they started out 4-4. They had a terrible loss against New Mexico, who I don't even know how New Mexico started out 16-2 this season, but they completely crumbled. One of their leading scorers got charged with OUI. He got suspended from the team for like a month, and then I think he came back. I think Colton Bragg is his name. He came back and played, I think, a week ago, his first game back or so for New Mexico. They just gone completely like downhill with that whole OUI charge there, and players there. I don't even. It was him that got suspended. I think another player got suspended as well from that team. But they lost to St. Mary's, lost to New Mexico, lost to North Carolina State and Richmond. But that loss against Richmond just keeps on getting better and better. 7:30 left to go. Purdue on a 7-zip run. And a missed free throw by Purdue at the line. Wisconsin gets the basketball. They take a 3. This one is up. This one is good. Wisconsin with a triple, back to 9 right now. 54-45 left, 7:10 remaining. Purdue with the basketball. Demetric Trice with 8 points. Boilermakers has it left wing. Pass over Stefanovic. Stefanovic dribbles to the right wing. Swings over to Harms. Harms bounce pass over to the left baseline. Low post into the hands of Williams. Williams turnaround. Takes it. No good off the back iron to get the offensive rebound for a second, though, but it bounced off the fingertips of Bordeaux, and the basketball goes back to the Badgers. Wisconsin ball past the half-court logo. They have it at the top of the key, dribbling towards the right wing. Trice passes inside. Ball deflected, tipped in the key, stolen by Purdue. Purdue basketball right now. Passes, open 3. They take it. They are money. That is the 3-point shot that Purdue needs to hit to get right back in it, and they did. 6.5 left to go. As they hit the 3-point shot, Thompson hits it. He's got 9. 6-point game, Wisconsin basketball as we approach the 6:20 mark left remaining. They have it at the right wing into the hands of Pritzel. Pritzel swings it back over and to the left wing. They move it inside the Reavers, and the foul in the court committed by Matt Harms. Matt Harms, did he pick up his 4th? Yes, he did. He picked up his 4th. Matt Harms having a rough game tonight for the Boilermakers tonight. He's picked up 4 fouls. So Gazed here, he had $30 on his Apple Pay, and now he only has $6.98. Ooh, man, hopefully, your mom just, doesn't, notice that one, man. Ooh. Yeah, that is operating under the influence. That is, you don't want to drink and drive there. That is bad. Don't want to drink and drive. Especially wrong way driving. So the player for New Mexico, he got charged with drinking and driving, which is never good. You don't want to do that. So there was a foul on Matt Harms. That was Carlton Bragg. It's not Colton Bragg. Oh, it was. Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly what it was. I know it's drinking and driving. I had thought it was OUI I had put in here. I just took a look at it. It's DWI. So DWI, driving while intoxicated, possession of marijuana too in the car as well. So 54-48 to score. Wisconsin will go to the free throw line. First shot's up, and that one is good by Nate Reavers. They have a 7-point lead with 6:20 remaining. Gazed again, man. It's just coming in clutch here. You are the man, brother. I appreciate it. Vegas Vix thought that Purdue was going to win, but he gets wrong. Yeah, Purdue is struggling on the road. They get a 3-7 record. Second shot. As that shot's no good by Reavers at the line. 6 minutes left to go. 7-point lead. Wisconsin playing defense now. Purdue inside. Puts up the jumper. No good by Bordeaux. Rebounded by the Badgers with under 6 left to go. Wisconsin takes it past the half-court logo. They dribble to the right wing. Hand it off to number 1, Brevin Pritzel. Pritzel with the basketball. Swings it over here to Trice. Trice passes over right baseline. Trice backing his way. Low post. And now it's going to go to Reavers. Reavers takes the jumper. Right baseline's up, and Reavers hits it. This game's getting out of control right now. It's still a 9-point game, though. 5.5 left to go, but Wisconsin's able to tally off last 3 points when Nate Reavers. Stefanovic has it top of the key. Purdue with the basketball. 5:20 remaining. If you guys are new, feel free to hit the like at the sub. I'll be right back after this game to start out a new video. Kentucky taking on LSU for a massive matchup tonight. That shot no good, Purdue, but they get the offensive tip in as that one goes down in the jam for 2 hands by Nogel Eastern. It's a 7-point game. 5 minutes remaining, Eastern with 11. Thanks so much for the update. Weston putting out Ball State taking on Buffalo. Buffalo leading 54-48. Buffalo more in a rebuilding season this year as they lost Nate Oates back to Nate Oates went now to coach Alabama for the season for college basketball. That's a missed shot by Wisconsin. The key. Purdue takes it past the half court. Look at, they take a 3 and they drain it. Oh, we got a good game now. 3-point shot. Stefanovic hits it. He's got 8. Perfect 2 for 2 from the 3-point line by him tonight. 4-point game. And a timeout taken by Wisconsin. Oh, man, what a game tonight here. What a game. Hey, thank you so much, Gazed. I appreciate it. He's going to be back to some of my other streams. He'll be back for the Kentucky LSU game. Yeah, Gaze, what team do you actually support here? Are you a Kentucky fan or a Louisville fan or what? Yeah, feel free to let me know what team you support because we'll be doing Louisville actually tomorrow. I believe we got Louisville in action. I know some of the people are Cards fans, some are Kentucky fans. Some are different types of fans. I know we have a couple that's like Florida State. We had one that's Iowa in here. He hasn't shown up yet to this stream yet. Jack's a Tennessee fan. Me and Vegas Vix are URI fans. Right now we're on break. Timeout taken on the court by Wisconsin. I haven't seen the LSU fan back. He joined me for like one stream and that was it. I know there's somebody else who joins me a couple of times as a Clemson fan as well. Let's see here. We got a career-high game out of Aleem Ford for Wisconsin. 19 points by Aleem Ford tonight. 10 points by Nate Reavers for the Badgers. Those are the 2 leading scorers for Purdue. Leading the way, 13 points by Travion Williams. 11 by Nogel Eastern tonight. But the starting 5's just struggling. Eric Hunter Jr., 0 points for Purdue. Gerard Proctor, no points as well. Both of them combining 0 for 6 from the floor. 2 points by Matt Harms. That is it. Rough game by the big fella tonight, Matt Harms. 2 points, 4 fouls he's picked up. 2 points by Evan Bordeaux. He is a part of the starting 5 as well. So the starting 5 of Purdue is only responsible for 15 total points out of the 53 tonight. Wow, I'm shocked that they're still in the game. Yep, my man Midwest Sports is a Wisconsin fan. I'm glad that they came on national TV where I'm able to cover it tonight. So this is great that I'm able to get like different teams in there. I think Iowa's taking on Ohio State on Thursday, so I do plan to do another Big Ten game coming out Thursday night. I haven't done Ohio State like in a month though, so it's awesome. Oh, awesome! So Ryan updated me. Yes, this game just got tipped off. Dayton VCU and Dayton. Quick 3 by Obi Toppin, and there we go. Wow. Yeah, they are legit. They are legit. I was looking at that score, checking it out against Rhode Island, 17-0. They were leading through the first like 7.5 minutes. I was like, wow, like this team is legit. Yup, my man Rito Burrito, loving Villanova. I was glad to do a Big East stream for you guys. I hope over the weekends I can do a couple more when I do have a chance. 54-50, Florida leading Arkansas right now. My man Seth, welcome back again. Thanks so much for stopping by here. Kentucky LSU will tip off in around 22 minutes from now. So that game will tip off in about 22 minutes from now. I do plan to cover that game. I'll create a new stream for you guys right after this one. I'll probably take like a 5 to 10 minute break and then start off the new stream. So make sure that you're subscribed and have the notification bell on if you want to join me back for the next one after this, Kentucky versus LSU. 4-point game, 4:29 left to go. And Wisconsin will get the basketball back at their front courts. Ryan Mikesell with a 3-point shot here. Wow, Dayton just raining threes. They're up 6-zip already on top on the road against VCU. Wisconsin has the top of the key, swings over to the left wing, into the hands of Pritzel. Pritzel with the basketball, passes over to the left corner baseline. They're backing their way, low post now, turnaround jumper, Wisconsin, no good off the back iron to get the offensive rebounds. Ford, low post, swings it back outside to the right wing. Trice passes over to the left wing now, Wisconsin dribble drive. Low post here with Pritzel, passes back outside. Davison back on top now to Trice. 3:55 left to go, 8 on the shot clock. Trice has it, top of the key, dribbles towards his right. Wisconsin with the basketball. Trice, 3, 2, 1 on a dribble drive floater in the key. Split the double teams, too strong off the backboard. Davison, or no, it was Reavers with a rebound, and Nate Reavers gets fouled with 3:44 on the clock. And Wisconsin will go to the line and shoot 2 with Nate Reavers. 4-point game. This one's heating up right now. If you guys are new to the channel, feel free. Hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play of college basketball, the NBA, the March Madness tournament on the channel. Ryan put in Andy Katz predicting the player for the year, Obi Toppin. That very well most likely will be Obi Toppin. I had thought probably it would, before the season started, I thought it would be Cassius Winston of Michigan State. Then when the season was going along, I thought it would be Miles Powell of Seton Hall, but right now I'm in the same boat as Andy from NCAA March Madness. He does awesome content and stuff like that. He is the head one over on NCAA March Madness, but he's got right now Obi Toppin, and you got to be a really, really good player if you're a mid-major player to be drafted in the top 5 for the NBA, and he is indeed. Man, 6-3, they're up. Dayton leads VCU right now. We're in a timeout in this game at the moment here. Nate Reavers will shoot 2 at the free throw line for Wisconsin with 3:44 left to go once we get back. Let's see, scoreboard updates for everybody. Since we're on break, Maryland leading Northwestern at halftime, 37-25. Maryland, number 1 in the Big Ten Conference so far this season. Number 17, West Virginia, leading Oklahoma State. They were down early, but leading that one 50-41. And Pittsburgh up in front against number 8, Florida State. Pittsburgh leading in this one, 29-28. And Illinois beat Penn State today, 62-56. So I'll take a look. Florida taking on Arkansas. Yep, Kyrie Irving is a rat. Yep, I was not a fan of Kyrie either. So, yep, in the same boat as you, brother. Unfortunately, what he did to Boston is just, oh man, could not take him. The ego of Kyrie Irving. So glad he's out and playing for Brooklyn. 60-52, Florida leading Arkansas in the final 5.5 minutes. Celtics are so much better, man, with Kemba Walker this season. As right now, we're just on break, everybody. We'll get back to this game in a couple of moments from now. Feel free, hit the like, hit the sub if you enjoy what I do here. Call play-by-play of college basketball action on the channel. I'll be back right after this one, Kentucky versus LSU for the doubleheader. So feel free to stop on by. Big shout out as well to my man Gazed on the channel, coming in clutch here with a donos. I appreciate it, brother. You are the man. And of course, all you guys here who stopped by and took the time out tonight here, I appreciate every single one of you. It's a part here on the channel tonight. Let's see. Midwest Sports loved it when Wisconsin upset Villanova in 2016, with Villanova being a number 1 seed back in the tournament. 7-6, close game. VCU, wow. So VCU taking the lead now, finally finding some type of spark there for VCU as they were down after a quick 6-0. No clue, brother. Northwestern making the 2018 March Madness tournament, the first time in the history of the program. That was weird. First shot, Reavers at the line. That one's up and good. Rutgers is in that kind of boat this year. Rutgers has only got 1 win on the road. It's at Nebraska, and that is it. They're 17-0 at home, but on the road, I think they're like 1-6 or so on the road. Second shot, that one's good by Reavers at the free throw line. 6-point game. Purdue with the basketball. 3:40 left to go remaining in tonight's game. Purdue has at the free throw circle, hands it off now. Hunter passes over inside to Williams. Williams back in his way, working on Reavers, puts up the jumper, no good. Rolls around the rim and rebounded by the Badgers here. Wisconsin has the basketball. 3:25 left to go. They take it past the half-court logo. Trice with the ball guarded at the right wing of the perimeter by Hunter. Bounce pass to the top of the key now for the Badgers. Moves over to the left wing, back over to Trice. Trice passing back out on top. Davison moves it over, back over to Ford. Ford outside once again to Davison. Moves it over to Trice at the edge of the Wisconsin logo. Trice, top of the key. 4 on the shot clock. Trice, dribble drive, passes over Ford. Takes a 3, it's up, no good. Hit the side rim. Reavers with Pritzel got the big rebound. Low post. Pritzel with an offensive board by Wisconsin. They set it up again. 2:50 left to go. 13 on the shot clock. They have it at the right wing perimeter with Trice. Trice with the basketball. Dribble. Swings it back out to the top. Moves it over. Nice ball passing. Left corner open 3. Wisconsin. Oh, missed it. It was halfway home and rattled out. Rebound Purdue. 6-point game. 2:35 left to go. Purdue inside. Tons of contact. And it's going to be a Wisconsin foul as the shot goes up and in too. Lots of bodies there. No gel. Eastern able to bank it home off the backboard. It counts for a 2-point shot. And they'll go to the line to shoot the and one with Eastern. 4-point game. A lot of contact. Yep, Oklahoma versus Baylor, 9 o'clock. The game is at Oklahoma. That could very well be an upset there, Weston. That could be an upset for Oklahoma to pull it off. They played Baylor close the first time back in January. The shot's good at the free throw line. 3-point game. 59-56. Hey, welcome in. Colton Higley, thanks so much for stopping by, brother, once again. 3-point game, Wisconsin basketball. Funny thing is that Kyrie went to the Nets and they might not even make the playoffs. Yeah, I think that Brooklyn's going to make the playoffs because the Nets and the Magic are like the bottom 2 seeds of the Eastern Conference. And then after that, the rest of the East is just, ooh, man, after that it's pretty bad. The Bulls, the Pistons, the Hornets. So I bet you that the Nets will probably either get a 7 or an 8, but they're going to do it well below with a 500 record they'll finish with. Like, they'll probably finish off with, like, 38, 39 wins on the season and finish below that 500 mark or something like that, most likely for Brooklyn. What's there? 82. Yeah, 30, 40 and 42 or 39 and 43 probably. 2 minutes left to go. So 2 minutes left to go as Wisconsin was fouled. Pritzel going to the free throw line. First shot's up. First shot's good. If you guys are new to the channel, feel free to hit the like here. Hit the sub as I call play-by-play college basketball, NBA, the March Madness tournament on the channel on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. That shot is good by the Badgers as well. 5-point lead. Wisconsin making the most of it at the line tonight. 11 for 12. Purdue with the basketball. Eastern. Past the half-court logo and Matt Painter calls a timeout. Purdue timeout, 1:58 remaining. So I'll update you guys with the score here. In the chat, 1:58 left to go. Purdue will have the basketball once we get back after this TV timeout. After this game, feel free to join me back. I'll be calling Kentucky versus LSU right after this one. So 1:58 remaining. What a game, though, by Aleem Ford of Wisconsin. Ford tonight here, career high, as he dropped down 19 points, 5 for 8 from behind the arc. Hey, no problem, Weston. I looked at it first. I thought I was tripping myself because I thought it was Oakland University. I was like, what? Nobody's ever posted Oakland University in the chat. And then I looked and Baylor was right next to it. But yeah, no problem, man. Jack putting out here. He thinks that Grant Williams will be an asset for the Celtics in a couple of years. Yes, I really like Grant Williams. I don't think he's going to have, like, high totals. Like, he's not going to be somebody who averages, like, 20 points per game, like, 4, 5, 6 years from now or so, if he continues for the Celtics. But he is somebody who helps them out so much there. All categories. Scoring when he needs to, rebounding, assists. He is there in all different categories. Defending. He's a really good defender as well. As we're back to action, Purdue with the basketball. They take a 3, left wing, no good. They get the offensive rebound. They take another 3. They get it. Stefanovic hits it. And it is a 2-point game. 61-59 with 1:35 left to go. If you guys are new, hit the like, hit the sub. Yes, I'll be doing Kentucky versus LSU right after this. So I'll create a new stream for this game. I'm probably going to take a 5-minute break to get myself a snack, and then I'll join that game in progress most likely, or join it for the hopefully like the very start or so, depending on when this one ends. 1:10 left to go. Wisconsin with the ball. 4 on the shot clock. That's a jumper. No good on the 3. They get the offensive rebound, though. Huge rebound that they just got with Brad Davison. They put it back out to the top of the key. 1 minute remaining. 14 on the shot clock. Wisconsin basketball. And we get a timeout on the court by the Badgers. They take a timeout with 13 on the shot clock and a minute left to go. So let's see, right back in the chat. 8-7, Dayton takes the lead here. That back and forth right now, Dayton versus VCU. So thanks so much, brother, for the updates, Ryan. 10-7 now he puts out. So Dayton just scored once again here. Massive game. As far as VCU, it's a massive game to make the tournament tonight for a resume builder there for VCU. Wisconsin will have the basketball. 1 minute remains. 13-10, Missouri leading Ole Miss. So there's another scoreboard update. You guys are awesome with the scoreboard updates tonight. Let's see here. I'm going to take a look at the Florida game. I know there was somebody who was updating me on Florida a couple minutes ago. Florida leading Arkansas. Final 3 minutes, 68-56. 1 minute remaining. We'll see if my man Midwest Sports' Badgers can pull this one off. If I had to predict this game, I would have gone right with the Badgers for this one. Purdue struggled at home all this season. Purdue is 3-7 on the road. Wisconsin with the basketball. 58 seconds remaining. They get on the inbound. Dribble to the right wing. Trice. 7 on the shot clock. Trice has it top of the key. Wisconsin with the ball. 4-3. Takes a 3-point shot. Trice. No good off the mark. Rebound Purdue by Stefanovic. Purdue can take the lead with a 3. 43 seconds remaining and a timeout taken by Nogel Eastern as he dribbles over to the Purdue bench. 61-59 to score. 43 seconds left to go, and Purdue will have the basketball right after this TV timeout. So I'll put in here in the chat once again. What a game. What a comeback by Purdue. They were down by multiple double digits in this one. As far as Purdue, if Purdue's able to come from behind, this is major as far as them making the tournament and bouncing out another team, say like a USC or a Stanford or an Arizona State or a Richmond or a VCU out of the tournament. This is major for Wisconsin too because Wisconsin is projected to be either an 8 or a 9 seed. Purdue is right on the bubble as like an 11 or 12 or in the next 4 out group, right behind Virginia basically. This is massive. Massive game. Purdue ahead of Mississippi State and Arkansas, but behind Virginia and Florida as far as the chances go for the tournament. Purdue in their loss over the weekend, it put them outside. Looking outside looking in. Now they have a chance here. They'll have the basketball. 43 seconds left to go on the clock. Major implications with this game as far as the bubble is concerned tonight. If you guys are new to the channel, feel free, hit the like, hit the sub. I'll be back right after this game calling play-by-play Kentucky versus LSU. Purdue will inbound it. These two teams cut from timeouts. Let's see here. Missouri leading Ole Miss 15-12. Thanks so much for the score updates, Weston. Who did I want to win the Super Bowl? I thought the 49ers would have won the Super Bowl. So I was shocked there that the defense just totally collapsed in the fourth quarter. But I would never write off Patrick Mahomes, and it happened every single game in the playoffs. As we're back to action, 61-59 to score, and it showed. That's a 3. Stefanovic launches off the mark, no good. Tipped around, offensive rebound. Purdue with it, dribbles back outside. They take a 3. Stefanovic misses again. Rolling around the rim, they try to go for the tip, and we got a foul over the top with 29 seconds. Massive foul here on the court. I think it's on Wisconsin. What a game with these two teams. Hey, welcome in, Am Patel. Welcome in here. Thanks so much for stopping by once again. It's going to be a Purdue foul. So it will be a Purdue foul. Wisconsin inbounds, and Purdue try to trap them, but they commit the foul, pick it up. So Wisconsin will go to the free throw line and shoot in the double bonus. 61-59. Awesome. Seth here, my man. Hit me up with a follower on Twitter. I appreciate it, brother. Midwest Sports putting out if Wisconsin wins, he thinks that Wisconsin makes March Madness. Good chance. Good chance that they would. Brad Davison, 90% at the free throw line, shooting for Wisconsin. Double bonus. First shot's good. That helps out Wisconsin to winning the game. Second shot coming up in just a moment. 28 seconds left to go. Wisconsin able to hit the freebies tonight. 12 for 13 at the free throw line. Davison, 90% at the line, shooting a second one here at the home crowd. Totally silent. Second shot. This one's up. This one's good. As everybody roars in the crowd after the free throw is made here in Madison. 4-point lead, 28 seconds. Purdue. With the basketball, they call a timeout. That's their final timeout tonight. Wisconsin with 1 remaining. Purdue just took their final timeout with 27 seconds left to go. So 27 seconds left to go on the clock. Major game as far as the tournament concerned. And it'll be Purdue ball right after this break once again. By the way, Kentucky takes on LSU. That game will tip off in about 7 minutes. I'll join it when I can right after this one is finished. I have to create a new stream, and then I'm going to go get a snack myself. Since we need to fuel up and get ready for game number 2 tonight. So 27 seconds left to go. 4-point game. This might take a little while as well, depending on if Purdue does hit the 3 and commit a foul. So this will probably cut into the time for the Kentucky game a little bit, most likely. Alright, so Purdue's going to inbound right now. Purdue basketball in the front court. 27 seconds left to go. If anybody's new, feel free. Hit the like, hit the sub here. Let's see if I can get up to 20 tonight as I call play-by-play of college basketball in the March Madness tournament and the NBA on the channel. Purdue inbounds. Low post. They put it up to Williams. Williams, turnaround jumper. Got it up and in off the backboard. It counts. Timeout taken. Last one on the court now by Wisconsin with 23 seconds remaining. Did they take it or no? Did Purdue commit a foul? Purdue committed a foul. So Brevin Pritzel will go to the line. So Purdue committed the foul before the timeout. So Wisconsin will go to the line. They still have a timeout in their pocket for the Badgers. 0 timeouts left to go by Purdue. Pritzel. First shot, it's up. It's good at the free throw line. 3-point lead now by the Badgers. So upcoming schedule here by Wisconsin looks like this. Easy teams in there for Wisconsin. They should have no problem making the tournament, in my opinion, especially with their upcoming schedule. Last 5 games to close it out. At home against Rutgers. Rutgers has only won 1 road game this year. It came against Nebraska. Then they're at Michigan, and then they got 2 teams there. Minnesota, Northwestern at home should be winnable. Second shot, good by Pritzel. 4-point lead, 20 seconds remaining. Purdue with the basketball. They dribble now. Split the double team. Left-handed layup. Banks it up and in off the backboard by Hunter. It counts for 2. It's a 2-point game. Wisconsin inbounds. And that's a foul by Purdue with 16 seconds left to go on the clock. 16 seconds left to go. 65-63 the score. And going back to the free throw line will be number 34, Brad Davison of the Wisconsin Badgers. So yeah, what I was talking about, Wisconsin's upcoming schedule. Easy game against Rutgers over the weekend on Saturday. Then they're at Michigan. Then they take on Minnesota and Northwestern. 2 teams at home at Madison here at the Kohl Center. That should be beatable for Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Northwestern. And then after that, they're at Indiana. First shot, good by Davison at the line. 3-point game at 16 seconds. Hey, welcome in. Ken here. Thanks so much for stopping by. Welcome to the channel. Huge Jazz. Welcome for finding me. Thank you so much for finding me. Make sure to hit the like if you're new. Hit the subscribe button. I call play-by-play of basketball, college basketball to NBA. That shot's good at the free throw line. 4-point Wisconsin lead, 15 seconds. Purdue with the basketball. Takes it past half court. They have it at the left wing perimeter. Hunter passes over Stefanovic. Pass. Low post, and they allow him to jam it down for the 2-handed slam by Williams. 2-point game, Wisconsin inbounds. 7 seconds left to go on the clock, and now will be a foul committed by Purdue. And Wisconsin will go to the line, shoot 2. Dayton up there. 16-12 now, the score. Thank you guys so much for all the scoreboard updates tonight. It's been awesome with all the scoreboard updates here. But yeah, first timer. Huge ass in the channel. I appreciate it for finding my channel. Wisconsin will shoot 2 again at the free throw line. Brevin Pritzel, perfect 6 for 6. He's got 11. Feel free to let me know down in the chat below who you are rooting for in the final 7 seconds here. If you're a Wisconsin fan, if you're a Purdue fan. And after this game, I'll be creating another video. Make sure to turn on the notification bell and hit the subscribe button, as I will be back for the next game. And it'll be Kentucky versus LSU. I'll take a 5-minute break and probably join that game in progress. That's a good free throw, back to a 4-point lead. Purdue inbounds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, dribbles to the left corner. They take an open 3. It's up. It's no good off the mark. Purdue gets the rebound, but time expires. That is the ball game. Wisconsin gets the win. 69-65 the final. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. It's hitting me right now. Yep. Classic. But, yeah, this game has just gone final here. Oh, my gosh. As that is the end of this one. Thank you all so much for tuning in for this one. Feel free to join me back in the next stream in about, 5 to 10 minutes from now. I'll be calling Kentucky in the next game as this game has gone final. Before I sign off, hit the like, hit the sub here, as that is it for tonight. Behind the Arc basketball with Wisconsin getting the W over Purdue, and I'll be back right after this game. Feel free to join me back. I'll create a new video, so make sure notifications are turned on if you don't have them yet. As I'll be doing Wisconsin versus Purdue. Wisconsin versus Purdue is over. I'll be doing Kentucky on the road at LSU right after this one. Thanks so much for joining me. First game tonight, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube.